Anyway, let's talk some more about this shit with the cops and with everybody. My sister gets to motherfucking have Christmas at her house. We come over, I owed her $300 for a car that I took up there and fixed, and I ended up losing it in the flood. And she started freaking out and yelling. I told her what happened, and that I had to buy another car, and they were charging me way too much for this thing, $1,500 for oil, transmission fluid, puking piece of junk. But I had to do what I had to do to keep going and keep doing shit. That's what everybody expects me to do, is have junk while somebody else gets $300,000 in a brand new fucking car. I'm supposed to be a piece of crap. She jumps up screaming and yelling, freaking the hell out, talking about how I ruined their Christmas and all this shit, and kicked a chair, hit my kid, knocked him down. He's screaming. I grabbed her by her throat and shoved her up against a plate glass window in her fucking house, and motherfucking told her that if she ever did some shit like that again to my kids or her kids, I'd kill her or beat her ass or some kind of bullshit like that. They all call the police and they come over. That's her old man, the one that she cheated on to have the kid with. But she cheated on him with another cop and then was blaming it on him, trying to, say it was his. That's the reason why the kid carries his name. And the other dude don't pay child support. I gotta buy their kids glasses and shit and food and all this stuff, and my mom and dad stealing for me to steal to feed their kids and shit and put them in school and do all this stuff because she's collecting child support. But this bitch is freaking out and ruining my one and only Christmas with my kids. Her old man comes over, talking about he gonna put me in jail and take me out to the country and beat my ass, or motherfucking shoot me and leave me for dead out there. So I bucked up on him and said, no, you ain't taking me to no jail. He calls his supervisors and they call in backup from the county because you have a standoff situation, and that's their procedure. Call in as many cops as they can get, as quick as they can. They brought in the supervisor or whatever, and motherfucking he was talking about hauling me off to jail and putting me in prison and stuff. And then I said, what the fuck is this shit? This bitch can fucking hurt my kid and not even motherfucking do anything, knock him flat on his ass, kicking a chair at him, and I blocked it partially with my knee. And she can get away with this, and I'm supposed to go to prison. How will you put it? I already know how that's going to work because the judges and the lawyers is all corrupt around here. I found that out when I was going for visitation with my kids, and I also knew it before that, was getting whiffs of what was going on from other things that they had done to me and what they was doing to my parents when they was trying to do the visitation. They wouldn't file fucking contempt of court charges on her and put her in jail until she started complying with what the visitation was and stuff. But this cop, they all get up and huddle up together and talk it over, and come up and say, well, we could arrest you both and she'll probably get out of it because you were wrong, but we're going to drop the charges. In other words, they're still blaming it on me. We're going to drop the charges against you. We're not going to charge you. We don't want to charge her, and all this fucking bullshit. And you need to get out of town. They were covering it up, hiding what was going on, just like they always do. They covered up and hid broken legs. They covered up and hid this. They covered up and hid that. Covered up fevers, fucking scarlet fever, about to die from it. They covered up full on, face first, plants into a car. Black people fucking abusing me because they wanted to play race shit and fucking slamming my face first into a steel girder and shit. And nobody wanted to help me. My parents were going to let me die from this shit. They wouldn't even take me to the doctor. The doctor was catching on. Then we came up here. I was playing basketball. The doctor was catching on there. He didn't like catch on. He caught something that my back was broke and wanted to send me to a specialist, and my parents wouldn't do it. She said she would call the specialist and get a hold of them herself, and she didn't do it. But whenever it was my sister and she had scoliosis, it was all the help and stuff came from the doctor. They didn't do anything. All the help came from all these other people, but yet they're telling me that I need to give them money so that they can take her to the doctor and do this and do that. I had to pay to be molested. I had to go to work and pay. They were poisoning me and everybody's gonna know this, that fucking gave Matt the shit. He was trying to force me to drink it and get me to drink it, and I was like, well, I already got a drink, and Matt drink it. And he ended up drinking it and had to go to the emergency room because it was kerosene or diesel fuel or something. I don't know what it was he was trying to motherfucking do that with, and disguised as cranberry juice. And nobody cares. I can't get paid. I can't get out of here. I can't get away from this place. The police fucking messing with me, making me suffer. Doctors around here doing the same thing, trying to make me take what they want me to take, and kill me with stuff that I'm allergic to, and they won't listen. I tell them I'm allergic to it. It's not doing bad things to me. They just keep trying to force me to take that shit, telling me I can't have no health care if I don't take it. So everybody's trying to kill me and hurt me and do me harm, and nobody will do anything. I can try to get a hold of a lawyer. They don't do nothing. I can try to get a hold of anybody else. They don't do nothing. You go to court with a lawyer and they won't do anything. They'll tell you what it is and how it is and what it's going to be, and you're going to do time, and that's it. But you can hire $10,000, $12,000 attorney Roger Gossard, that is now a judge around here, supposedly, and well, you can get justice then, or you can just get out of it if you got enough money to buy your way out of it. I don't like it in this country no more. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this state. That's what I'm considering the country. And if y'all want to make it someplace else that I go the same way and do me the same way, I understand it's going to be going on around me some. But if you're going to be blatant and flamboyant about it and just do it right in my face, then I don't want to be anywhere in this country. I want to get the hell out of here. I think the world ought to come together on this and freeze all of America's assets and take their shit and pay me and get me a little island someplace where I can just go and do my thing. I know nobody will ever love me. I don't even trust women anymore. You lost all that. I'm trying still, kind of, but it's like my heart ain't even in it. I'm just going through the motions. I can see one that's like actually even trying, but I don't know whether to even trust that. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't think anybody cares or really gives a crap about me because nobody showed up. I live in Independence, Kansas. Ask for where the crippled guy lives on 2nd Street. They'll show you where it's at. One dragging the shopping cart around or walking around with the bag all the time. They'll tell you. Somebody come save me. Get me the hell away from these people. Do you hear me? Somebody come save me. They're nuts. Get me away from them. I need pot for some pain. I'm tired of suffering. I can't sleep. I got bags all under my eyes because I can't sleep. I get a couple hours sleep if I'm lucky. And when I got some weed, I can sleep. I start feeling better. I don't want to live in this place that tells me I can't take my dogs out to crap. I don't want to live in this place where people can walk up to me and tell me, what do you even come outside for? Nobody cares about you. He didn't say that, but these other ones said it, and he said the same thing that was the beginning of what they said. I don't think anybody really does care. I don't think anybody gives a shit about me for nothing. Thanks for that. And then y'all's acting like Jesus and God don't matter whenever they're telling you and showing you to pay me and get this over with and make it right, so I don't have to put up with all this crap no more. And because you're greedy, you don't want to do it, so you're thumbing your nose at God. You don't really believe in God. You only believe in the money that God can give you. And the only God in that is the God that's on your money. That's what it says, in God we trust. So that's what you trust in. You don't trust God, you trust money with God wrote on it. That's all you do. That's all you believe in anymore. That's the world. I got a few people on my profile that's friends that are actually, they've tried. And they're trying. So I'm willing to work with that. And some of them you wouldn't even like. They're Muslims. You hate them because they did something. I don't hate Muslims. I don't hate Christians. I hate what the bad ones do, and you guys that are the good ones, you allow it, and you even fall in with it, telling me that Roy dude telling me I need to get a job and I need to quit asking for help in the community and all this kind of stuff. I'm not asking this community for help. I'm asking you to pay. I'm telling you to pay. You owe. You got millions of dollars to spend on Mickey Mantle for to be your little ringer and come in here so you can get in history books and shit because you're rich. But there ain't enough money for the kids. There ain't enough money for us old cripples that ain't living fancy and high in the hog on your little twin tower deal over here and got commodities delivered to us and help delivered to us and free rides from it and all that kind of shit. I don't want to live like that. I want to live in my own home for as long as I can, like the shit that they're talking about at Skill, for cripples and handicapped people that can